word.
Welcome to yet another edition of A Weird and Wonderful Word. And tonight we have the Late Night Dream Team, yes, the Bear and Lamar in the studio, and our Harry Tufty, our Terry and Hufty. They've slipped away for the weekend together, and I think we'll find out later on where exactly they are.
Well, before we actually start the show, this bloke's got a bet with his mate at work, so go on, do it. There, he's got a fiver.
He's got his fiver.
Very grown up. Yeah, all right, that's enough, you've got a fiver. What, are you going for 20 quid or so? Very popular. So we just saw a little bit of your first show, but that's it. You've actually got a series as well coming on next year.
I have.
And
yes.
It's not going to be. Whenever stand-ups go on telly, it's always like they just do their act and then they just put some crap sketches in the middle. It's not about that, is it?
It is, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
That's exactly what it's going to be like, Mark.
But people always think that you've got something about men. You're having to go about stabbing men there and stuff. But I know that you're not like that at all.
Well, I am, secretly in my heart.
You're not.
And there's a lot of men here tonight that are going to be stabbed on the way out. You don't know who you are yet, but, no, or some men are all right. About 3.
But name them.
Name them. OK, Gary Bushell, he's very nice. Saddam Hussein, very nice man. And Snoop Doggy Dogg, I believe.
He is a very nice man.
Bit of a feminist.
He is a lovely bloke. Well, we'll talk about that later on. Yeah. Well, let's talk about Bushell then, because you two have got a big running feud. Where did that all start?
Well, I think that we've got a running feud because we look so much like each other, and we have a similar facial hair problem. And Gary, of course, fancies me like fuck. That's the problem. That is the problem, I think.
Do you find, apart from Gary Bushell, do you find a lot of men coming on to you since you've become famous?
No. Quite a lot of men come up and punch me, but no one's asked me out on a date. Actually, apart from one bloke who did come up to me and say, I'm from Hackney, do you fancy a shag? And I actually thought the first one cancelled out the second one there.
But what about you in Belfast last week? Tell me what happened there.
I was. Well, they're very wild in Belfast, and I walked on stage and I hadn't actually said a word, and a pair of man's pants landed on my head. And it was a bit worrying because I actually took them off and they were warm. So, yeah, so I know it's horrid, isn't it? And I thought he'd had a little plop-plop in them to sort of register his dislike of my jokes, but in fact he hadn't, and it was all... Got off with him afterwards, actually. It was brilliant.
But that is a bit sad, because most men, like, women change their underwear every day, but most men, until it really stinks, that's when they change their underwear.
I know, but he squirted a bit of Brute on it, so I was sick. Yes, so I know, but he didn't actually want to throw them at me, I don't think, in a Tom Jones sort of way. Just wanted me to wash them, probably.
But it must be a doddle doing a piece of cake, maybe I should say, doing comedy now after being a psychiatric nurse. You must have had some really awful experiences then.
A doddle in a way. I mean, the one thing I want to say, actually, about psychiatric patients is that people do think they're very horrid, and in fact they're not. They're fantastic, most of them, and there is actually very little violence. And I'm going to tell a very quick story, and I have to point out that this guy that actually did this wasn't mentally ill. He just had rather a lot of acid. And what happened was the police picked this guy up in a graveyard. As they went to grab him, he picked up a pigeon, bit its head off, and shoved the rest of the pigeon down his throat. And the police actually got him to us, and he was going purple because he was just about to die. Don't think you'd need to be a nurse to know that, do you? And we got this guy in a room, hung him upside down, good nursing technique, thumped him on the back, out came the pigeon, no problem. But I did actually go up to the policeman in charge of this and say, why didn't you get the pigeon off this guy in the van? And the policeman said, well, we did, but he made so much fucking noise we shoved it back in. So, a very caring bunch of people.
Imagine being an acid and looking in the mirror and you're purple and you've got a pigeon coming out your mouth.
I know, that's what I look like when I go out normally.
That's the sort of thing I should imagine is going to happen on the OB. Today, for most universities in the country, is the last day of term, and Terry and Hufty have gone to one of them to make sure that the end-of-term celebrations go with a bang.
Oh, listen, take that, bollocks to him. I'm here at St Luke's College, Exeter University. Oh, yes. Look at this. Students smoking, drinking, freshers from Exeter University here from St Luke's College. They're going to be competing for the title of the Fresh Prince. As I said 12 weeks ago, they were Scottish sixth formers. Now they're anarchic students. You've seen them all spending the grants money on smoking and booze. Terrible. It's all coming out of my pocket, you know. We've been meeting them later. We've got a competition. We've got loads of prizes to give away. And we've got loads of celebrity judges as well who are over with our Hufty.
Hiya, Terry. Yes, we have not only got the best freshers, we have the best celebrity judges. It's going to be a very interesting night tonight because there's going to be a big store-in surprise for our students because, in fact, their celebrity judges are their mums and dads. Let's meet the mums and dads. So, are you all excited about tonight?
Yes. Yes.
We've got Diana Stewart's mum, we've got Joan Helen's mum, and we've got Jenny Craig's mum. So tonight on The Word, Mum's the word. Back to you, Mark. Nice to see you, Joe. Ta-ra.
Hello.
So what was the worst thing you got to up at university?
Well, I have to say that me and several of my friends did go after the captain of the rugby team. We just put a load of stockings over our heads and broke into his flat with the express purpose of shaving his bum. And he cried, so we let him off, sadly.
Really, he cried?
Well, he wasn't a happy man.
Did he have a particularly hairy arse in the beginning?
Very hairy arse indeed, and we all knew because we'd all slept with him, see.
Oh, right. The Yeti's always made the captain of the rugby team.
Well, we used to have a group of transsexuals who are people sort of having sex changes, who are having trouble adjusting, and a lot of them are like 6'6" blokes with sort of 5 o'clock shadow. And I actually remember seeing them all coming out of a room one day after they'd had their group, like lipstick kind of up here, you know, and shoes like that.
Like clowns?
Yeah, absolutely. And I said to the student that I was working with, God, who on earth are all those people over there? And she said, I'm not sure, but I think they're all social workers.
Lots of complaints from social workers on their way into the
Hurrah.
show now, but now a bit of gossip.
Gossip. Boys just want to have fun. Pop Heartthrob's Take That scooped 8 awards at last week's Smash Hits Poll Winners Party, including Best Video for their single, Pray. But I wonder if Gary Barlow's first attempt at pop stardom would have received the same sort of public acclaim.
Love is in the air, everywhere I look around. Love is in the air, every sight and every
Yes, pop fans, way back before the days of Take That, when Gary was only 16, he recorded his version of Love is in the Air, going under the name of Curtis Rush. Not bad for a first attempt, Gary.
and it's there when I look in your
Or should we say, Curtis?
Take That, very popular in here tonight. Are you all Take That fans? I can't hear me. Are you all Take That fans? Yes. Well, I am, and they're my favourite band, and I think it's despicable what Terry said about them earlier, saying about them being talented. I thought A Million Love Songs was the best record of the year. Yes. No. I think so, and I think a big hip hip hooray for Take That. There you go, I think we've set the record straight. Next on the sofa, we've got the model who's taking the fashion world by storm. Feast your eyes on this.
The fashion world thought they were seeing double when 19-year-old Tyra Banks followed Naomi Campbell down the catwalk. This California honey was booked for an unprecedented 25 shows in her first season in Paris and has already worked with George Michael, Michael Jackson and Tina Turner. Welcome to The Word, Tyra.
The Too Funky video, I should imagine, was the first place that most of the audience here would have seen you. So how did that feel being with all the supermodels, with Linda Evander, I can't even say her name. What was that name you called her last week?
Linda Vagina Blister.
Yeah, well, Linda Evangelista. And all those, that must have been a massive, big step up for you.
Yeah, I mean, when I was on the runway and I was doing my little sachet, Linda's like, Tyra, you move so well. And I was like, oh my God, Linda Evangelista said that to me. And I called my mom. I'm like, Mommy, Mommy. you know, Linda Evangelista said that to me. So I was like totally starstruck back then.
But you are known for a very specific way of walking. But what was it like, first of all? You must have practiced at home and stuff like that. What was your first show like?
Well, my first show, I was 15 years old, and I was in Los Angeles, and it was so bad. I mean, my lips already kind of like stick out a little bit, but I didn't know that. So like I stuck my lips out like well big like this, and then I'll show you. And then I was like bending in the knees like, and I was like, it was so bad. And like my agency came over after and like, Tyra, you were so great. And they said that to me, but then they said to my mom, you need to work on her. She was a lot of help. It was really funny.
You're saying it's bad. Every man in the audience screamed.
Oh gosh. Well, you guys are men. You're not fashion people, so you know you like that stuff. But they
He's
look
certainly
at me like
not, is he? The one that was going. Yeah. So what do you actually think when you're on the catwalk? Do you have to concentrate on something in particular?
Well, what I like to do, I like to say, you know, like if I have a really nice outfit on, I want to tell the magazine editors and the buyers, I want to say, buy this outfit, put it on the cover of your magazine. And when you have that in your head, you know, it usually can happen. Like I did a show called Anne Klein in America, and it was like this black crochet dress. And I was like walking and, you know, feeling this and giving eye contact. And then the next day it was on every cover of every newspaper, and it was everywhere.
So you're selling all the time?
Yeah, and it's very mental. It's very mental.
Because I would have thought the best way of like selling clothes is to go and have a look at that. Look at that lining. That's lovely. That ain't going to break on you. That's well firm there.
No, with modeling, it's like, you know...
But you should try it. When you get to the end of the catwalk, instead of doing your little pose, just go, look at that. I look fantastic.
They would boo me and send me home.
So that's what goes through your mind. What do you think goes through men's minds? I'm sure you know, but how do you...
With men's minds?
How do you feel being perceived that way? Don't give me that look. These are facts, Brandy.
What do you mean, being perceived by men on the runway when they look at me?
They're not thinking about the clothes you're wearing, are they?
Oh, no, they're not. You know, it's like... But, I mean, you know that. I mean, you know, Well, to me, I think, you know, I have certain different audiences. Like, you know, I know I appeal to men. I did Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, and I know they're looking at that and saying, hey, baby, you know. But it's
Joe's
just something you deal with.
She's just saying.
Yeah, she was in the issue with me.
Tyra's nicked my dress for tonight. I've got a really lovely dress to wear. She comes in the dressing room and says to me, wear this horrible old t-shirt. And all the blokes go, oh, look at that fat old bag. But look at Tyra, isn't she gorgeous? She's nicked my dress, she's nicked all my boyfriends, and I'm not happy. But can I have bought you a present, Tyra.
What is it?
It's a very nice bit of chocolate. It's melted a bit now. Melty and horrible now, I'm sorry.
But you do eat junk food, don't you? I've read an article about you eating McDonald's and stuff.
Yeah, my favorite food is barbecue ribs and Haagen-Dazs coffee ice cream. So I eat. I mean, I don't starve myself. I'm not like, you know. I have hips and everything. I'm a woman, so I eat.
Yeah, we know that. Tyra and Joe are going to be staying with us throughout the show, but let's go and see how the fun and games are going at Exeter University with Hufty and Danny. And Hufty and Terry, actually.
Thanks, Mark. Here we are at the end of term bash at Exeter University. Next door we have 500 students going absolutely wild, and we're going to crown the Fresh Prince or Princess of '93. But what the student contestants don't know is that we have their mum and dads as surprise celebrity judges. We're all sitting here, the mums are all excited. We've got the dads playing cards and drinking beer over there, and we're going to go to Terry to start the competition. Over to you, war lad.
Hey, you're catching me out. They're a bit noisy, this mob. Listen, as I think that might have been a cue. All right. Thank you very much. Please. I can wait here all night if I have to. Now, as you know, our celebrity judges... if you could just keep quiet a minute, our celebrity judges are here tonight to find out which of these bright young students have managed to make the transition from spotty school kid to sophisticated student. I should introduce you to our freshers this year, who've been at college for 12 weeks. First of all is Stuart, a 19-year-old humanities student.
Aim to teach primary school kids about religious education.
Oh, lovely. Wait. Please. And Stuart's hero is Baloo the Bear, I believe.
Wonderful chap. He's a wonderful chap. Great personality. Likes good scratch. Got
right. And also somebody told me that you spent half an hour in your mate's wardrobe looking for Narnia.
It was an accident. Somebody told me Narnia was in that wardrobe, and I believed him.
I think Stuart's a bit of a favourite for this one. We'll go on. Thanks a lot, Stuart. See you in a minute. We are now going to meet Helen. Helen is 18, a PE student. Thank you very much. she's from Cheltenham and is very faithful to her boyfriend who's back home, although there are rumours that you've been seen snogging with loads of lads at discos here.
Harry, I know you say that to all the girls.
No, I heard that you have been snogging loads of lads. You deny it, you'll keep denying that. Keep denying it for anyone's right. That's not very cool for a student. Hey, now here's a very cool guy. Here's in fact Craig.
No, I love the house party. Quickly Bob, brilliant mate. Oh, fantastic.
There he is, Craig. He's a football fan, even though he does support Notts County. Now, Craig, I believe you celebrated your 19th birthday at college a few weeks ago. So what happened to you?
Well, a few friends of mine, Paul George and the likes, a bit of a snip the hair, used to have a bit of locks, but they've all gone.
Shaved them all off?
Gone.
Were they all rugby playing lads?
No, a bit of hockey, there was a bit of rugby mixed in, but a bit of variation.
Okay,
I'll try anything once.
We're going to be testing them on their knowledge, because let's face it, you can't be the Fresh Prince, even the French Prince. It's you and you're snogging all those lads, isn't it? You can't be the Fresh Prince unless you know a bit about student life. So we're going to start with you, Stuart. You've got 30 seconds. There's about 6 questions, and here is your first question. The countdown starts now. How many lectures have you missed this term?
I haven't got a clue, mate. I haven't got a clue, nowhere near.
Approximately?
Half of them.
He's missed half his lectures this term. How much does a packet of king-size Rizzlers cost?
35 pence. Shop down the road.
Oh, very good, very good. What's the population of Exeter? So the nearest turnip?
10,000 carrots.
No, 102,000. So he's got that one wrong. Where's the nearest condom machine to this hall?
It's in the toilet just there.
And how much money have you spent there this term?
Not a penny, I'm a good little boy. I wouldn't do that. My mummy loves me.
I think he's a lying git. And how much is the rent for your accommodation?
I haven't paid it yet. I think it's about 800.
Right, he's not paid it. He's run out of time anyway. We've got his marks. Right, Helen, here's some lovely questions for you. Very nice indeed, yeah. What bribe did Lloyds offer student bankers this year?
A rail card or something.
Or something.
Or something.
Not very knowledgeable, but that's good. No, that's good. That's a good one. How many lads have you snogged at the whole disco this term?
None.
Lying. Have you ever urinated in the sink in your room?
No.
Look, get a close-up at that face. Again, I ask you, have you ever urinated in the sink in your room? Right, she's admitted it, and right. Listen, you've run out of time, he's run out of time. We're on to Craig now. Here is your first question. The countdown starts now. How much does a pint of snake buy at the bar?
2p.
No, £1.05 wrong. What's the most money you spent on booze in a night?
£24.
You're a football player, hang around with a football crowd. Have you ever set light to one of your own farts?
Well, not my own farts, but there's a young gentleman who's got an incredibly crucial farts, and they're quite painful if you set fire to them.
And what's the crudest chatterman, the worst thing you've ever done since you've been at college?
Well, a few friends of mine went to McDonald's once. You know you're meant to put the rubbish in the bin. We didn't do it. We left it. Oh, crazy, wild, incredible.
I think that's pathetic. I like the guy who went to Narnia better. Stuart there after that round has got 4 points. Helen has got 3, and Craig has got 4. Let's see what our judges think of that. Huffy.
Well, Stuart's mum, Diana, we heard there that Stuart hasn't paid his halls of residence fees yet. Did you realise that?
No, and I should think he's in for a fine, and I'd like my money back before he spends it on beer.
How do you think your Helen's doing, Joan?
Oh, I don't know.
Jenny, what about your Craig? Are you happy about it?
Well, I just can't believe it, and I can't think who he gets it from.
It must be his dad, that's what I say.
His dad.
Later on, we're going to crown the Fresh Prince or Princess of 93 at Exeter University. See you later, Mark. Tra.
See you later, Huffy. It looks to me like their mums have found out, don't you think? Or they found out their mums are there. You can't hide anything from your mum, can you? Because she's your manageress or your manager.
Yeah, she's my manager. She knows everything that I do. I breathe wrong or do anything. She's like, girl, you better get together.
Really? You breathe wrong and she tells you off? What a harsh woman she is.
No, she's my best friend. She's cool.
Well, what's the most embarrassing incident she's caught you out on?
Well, there was this guy I liked that they refused for me to see because I was 15 and he was 18. And I wanted to meet him at a mall, but I was lying to them and saying, well, please take me to the mall. I have to meet my friends. I have to meet my friends. They're like, no, it's too late. So I called the radio station, and I won, like, some kind of prize. And I'm like, they're like, what are you doing home on a Saturday night? I'm like, well, my mom won't take me to the mall to see this guy that I really like. The next thing I know, I hear knock, 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 and it's my stepdad. So when I hear that he's meeting this man at the mall, he was listening to the radio. So I got caught over the radio. So that's pretty bad.
That is quite embarrassing. The whole country finding out about it.
Still to come before bedtime, we have more fun and games as Terry and Hufty try to find the Fresh Prince or Princess of Exeter University, plus Danny Rampling's Millionaire Hippies. But first, a man who was shot to stardom overnight on the strength of his music and notoriety. And our Mark went to meet him last week in LA.
I've come to LA to meet the creator of the most anticipated rap album of all time.
Bow Wow Wow.
Snoop Doggy Dogg's album, Doggy Style, has already sold advanced orders of 2 million.
Yippee yo, yippee yay.
Released last Monday, it sold out immediately and is the first debut album ever to enter the charts at #1.
Doggy Dog's definitely in the hells.
All this from the ex-Crip drug dealer who's currently on $1 million bail on a charge of accessory to murder.
What's my name?
Snoop Doggy Dogg, aged 21, was born Calvin Brodus and raised in Long Beach, California. He was a cover star before he'd even released a solo record. He's now set to become the most successful rap artist of all time, and although he's added a new soulful tip to gangster rap, his pedigree shows that he hasn't always been this mellow. You have actually been inside for 3 years. What did you think you learned from that experience?
A whole lot of shit. Shit that you can't experience on the streets. It's rarely unexplainable. I can't explain it to you. You'd have to go there yourself and see. And I'm not telling you to do no shit to get in that position. But if you fuck around and do that types of shit, it's gonna happen. And I'm just advising young brothers and sisters and whoever that's paying attention to what I'm stressing, that ain't the place to be.
But Snoop's still in trouble with the law. On the 3rd of September this year, he was arrested on the way to the MTV Video Music Awards. The charge, accessory to murder. Snoop's pleading not guilty, but his lawyers are refusing to let him talk about the case. He's still on the LAPD's most wanted list, even if it only is for an autograph. So you both big fans of Snoop? Yeah. But with an accessory to murder charge hanging over him, this is one #1 rapper who may not have much time to enjoy the fruits of his success. Snoop's rise to fame has been built around a fusion of soulful samples, P-Funk oddities, and that lazy southern drawl.
My mother and father both from Mississippi, so I consider my rap as a conversation more or less than a rap, because if you take the music off and just listen to my words, it's like I'm conversating with you rather than screaming and hollering over the music.
From the depths of the sea. Back to the block, Snoop Doggy Dogg. Went solo on that ass, but it's still the same.
His accent wasn't the only thing that his Mississippi mama gave him.
When I was young, she said I looked like Snoopy Dogg.
Isn't that a bit rude? But you know when you're a kid and you've got nicknames, you always want to get rid of them.
I just stuck with it all the way.
Do you think you look like him?
Nah, kinda.
In 10 years, Snoop's gone from Sunday school pupil to gangster rapper. On his album Doggy Style, featuring homies Nate Dogg and Corrupt, he draws heavily on gangster rap's gross sexism. Well, do you mind if I quote you some lyrics, because like this one? So back up, bitch, because I'm struggling. Just get off your knees and then start juggling these motherfucking nuts in your mouth.
That's Nate Dogg. You ain't hear that out my mouth.
Yeah, but it's on your album.
It's all good. I let people come on my album and express their true feelings. You know what I'm saying? When you get a quote from Snoop Dogg saying something like that, then I can answer it more better.
How many bitches must get dick?
That's Corrupt.
Oh.
Mine is guess who's back in the motherfucking house with a fat dick for your motherfucking mouth. Hoes recognize, niggas do too, cause when bitches get scandalous and pull a voodoo, what you gonna do?
Cause you know I love you, right, baby?
You don't love me, you just love my doggy style.
So are you saying that if you or other gangster rappers call a woman a bitch, that it's nothing personal, it's just a word you use?
Yeah, it
doesn't mean anything?
Yeah. No, it's not personal at all, because when women come up to me and they see me on the streets, how you doing, Snoop Dogg? How you doing, baby? I don't say, hey, bitch, how you doing? I don't come at them like that. When I'm doing my music, I'm on a whole nother vibe.
Despite what Snoop says, there's 63 references to bitches on Doggy Style, but it's the 70 references to guns and killing that's given ammunition to those who insist gangster rap glorifies violence. A lot of what you and most gangster rappers rap about are very negative images. Gang banging, homicide.
It's everyday life. It's everyday life. It's like,
But surely that's not a positive role model, that's possibly
It's very positive. You gotta look inside of it. The way I look at it is being positive. I'm bringing it to you in the rap form, so you don't have to go out there and do it in the reality form, because I'm explaining to you what's going to happen to you and what can happen to you. So hopefully you'll pay attention to my music and stop the violence and get your groove on rather than get your blast on.
Well, whatever people think about Snoop's politics, all I can say is that at the moment in America, that record is #1 in the charts, and in England we've got Mr. Blobby at #1. I think you can draw your own references from that. What did you think of that, Joe?
What do I think about him? Well, I expect he's crap in bed and he's got a very small knob, probably.
He actually said it was very big, to be fair.
He's been hoisted by his own petard because you just pointed out he actually said it was very big. Oh, I've heard that one before. You know. But it gives me hope because Mr. Blobby might be done on a charge of murder and then we get rid of that fat old git, wouldn't we?
That's like Mr. Blobby's murdered. No offence, Blobby. We're going to get letters from all the Mr. Blobby fans now. It's time to go over again to Exeter University where the search for the Fresh Prince or Princess is coming to its climax. So, what's going on, Hufty?
About 5.
Thanks, Mark. Here we are, we're dead excited, we're having a cushy time, we've sneaked round the back, we're about to surprise the young offspring of all the excited parents here. We're having a lush time. OK, for the final round of the competition, over to you, Terry.
Yes, we're all lined up with everything to play for here in the last round of our Fresh Prince competition. It's like it's a knockout, isn't it? What we're going to do for this is we are going to take our 3 freshers through a typical student night out. They've been drinking all night, now they're down at the disco. Pick up your Sony Walkman, 15 seconds. They've each got a different tune in the red. Stuart has got Mr. Blobby. Helen's got Right Said Fred. And Craig has got Motorhead. Oh, this is very, very sad. I think Stuart is definitely dancing to the words. Look at Craig. Apparently, not only is he a footballer, he makes love like a footballer. Dribbles before he shoots. OK, that's it. Enough. I don't like to see people make a show of themselves. I mean, I get paid for it, don't I? OK, hush now. This is the last round. You've been out, you've been down the disco, you've got drunk. Now you go home and you have to undress in the dark. Unfortunately, we all want to see you undress. So to be in the dark, you've got to put these bags on your head and undress with the bags on your head starting now. Listen, right. Shush. Now, as you know, Hufty is with our celebrity judges. Would you keep the bags on your heads, please, while we bring in our celebrity judges who will announce the winner. Please bring in the celebrity judges. Keep the bag on your head. Keep the bag on your head. Cruel trick indeed. Now, as you know, it's been a bit of a con, so we haven't really got a winner. Could I just present you with that? A £50 book token. £50 book token for you. Stuart, darling, a £50 book token for you. Unfortunately, we've got no crayons to go with them. Hufty, listen, we've got a bit of a big date tomorrow night for me and you, haven't we?
I didn't know what she was on about there, but that was a very, very funny OB there. Anyway, that's the end of the show. Sorry, I was miles away there. Tyra, been a pleasure. And Joe, can I have a quick kiss?
Oh, yes.
And Danny.
I just want to ask Tyra, do you find that it's just loads of competition with all the girls? It's really bitchy and catfighty after the shows and stuff?
Well, during the shows, there's a lot of and then, hi, Tyra, how you doing, girl? You know.
But I think we want to know who's the biggest bitch backstage, don't we?
Come on, you guys tell me. I don't know.
You do know. They're not going to know, are they?
Well, Linda Evangelista told me it was Tyra. No, I'm only joking. She said you were the loveliest one, but you're far too thin.
Did she eat that chocolate already?
Oh, here I go.
She's
Go on,
actually, you know all those cakes that are out here?
Yeah.
She had the bloody lot of them.
Oh, my God. Well, to join us next week, we've got our Word Christmas extravaganza. And from the upcoming Wayne's World movie 2, we have the Robo-Babe herself, Tia Carrera, plus this year's chart-topping Gabrielle and music from Cop Shoot Cop. But to play us out tonight, here is a band who have basically come all the way from wherever they've come from. Here are Danny Rampling's Millionaire Hippies with I Am the Music, Hear Me.